JPMorgan CEO Jamie Dimon has shared his predictions for the U.S. economy, including a chance of something worse than a recession. There are storm clouds, the executive said, citing interest rates, QT, oil, Ukraine, war, and China. JPMorgan chief Jamie Dimon's economic forecasts. JPMorgan's chairman and chief executive officer, Jamie Dimon, reportedly shared his predictions about where the U.S. economy is headed during a client call last week, Yahoo Finance reported Saturday, while noting that the U.S. economy is strong, with consumers' balance sheets and businesses in good shape. The executive emphasized that you have to think differently when forecasting. The JPMorgan chief described, "What is out there? There are storm clouds, rates, QT, oil, Ukraine, war, China." Dimon shared, "If I had to put odds, soft landing 10%, harder landing, mild recession, 20%. 30%. He added, "It is a bad mistake to say here is my single-point forecast." He clarified, his predictions echoed what he said in June, when he warned that an economic hurricane is coming our way. He advised investors to brace themselves, while Dimon sees a possibility of something worse than a recession. He stressed during a recent visit to JPMorgan Chase's Olneyville Bank branch, "Whatever the future brings, JPMorgan is prepared." Arias analysts have predicted that the U.S. economy could be in a recession this year. Bank of America's head of U.S. economics, Michael Gapin, told Fox Business Monday that there is a high chance of a mild recession this year. He expects the Federal Reserve to inadvertently trigger a downturn with its war on inflation. "This cycle probably ends in a mild downturn. How do I come to that? It's basically just history. It's really hard to achieve a soft landing," the analyst opined. Goldman Sachs economist David Miracle detailed in a client note Sunday, "Our broad conclusion is that there is a feasible but difficult path to a soft landing, though several factors beyond the Fed's control can ease or complicate that path and raise or lower the odds of success. We should focus on climate. The problem with that is because of high oil and gas prices. The world is turning back on their coal plants. It is dirtier." Yahoo Finance reported of Dimon's call last week, "Why can't we get it through our thick skulls that if you want to solve climate, it is not against climate for America to boost more oil and gas?" Dimon reportedly said, JPMorgan has pledged to achieve net zero emissions by 2050 in accordance with the Paris Agreement. The bank said its commitment ensures that it is measuring the emissions of its clients in key sectors of its financing portfolio. Energy expert warns what she calls the Inflation Expansion Act will lead U.S. towards Germany-like crisis. In a letter to shareholders last year, Dimon said national security demands energy security for ourselves and our allies overseas, adding that using gas to diminish coal consumption is an actionable way to reduce CO2 emissions expeditiously. The matter of domestic energy production has taken on greater urgency this year amid skyrocketing gas prices and Russia's ongoing invasion of Ukraine that has walloped Europe's energy needs. Dimon has called for a Marshall Plan to ensure energy security for the United States and its European allies. He said that European nations who are highly dependent on Russian energy require help from the U.S.